How to make success building routine. This is an important question, especially if you want to become successful at work and in life in general. The truth is that most people would like to be more successful, but they don't always know how to achieve that goal. This video gives you 8 steps to create your success routine so you can make the most of your daily schedule and be as successful as possible. So, watch this video all the way through and you'll be on your way to creating a success routine that will help you become the person you've always wanted to be. Hello everyone, welcome back to Fascinating Self. Now, let's get started. Step 1. List the habits you would like to build. List at least 5 habits you would like to build in your routine. Create an action plan. Take time to list out an action plan for your new routine. This could include the timing of habits, when you will do each habit, and how long it will take each day. It is also important to note that if any of these items should be done daily or just once a week, consider scheduling them on your calendar or writing them down as reminders of what needs to be done. Break up your goals into manageable chunks. Smaller goals are much easier to achieve, and setting smaller goals that can be achieved quickly means that you can achieve many things in a shorter amount of time, which in turn will keep you motivated as well as feeling great about yourself. Number 2. Choose your habits. Deciding which habits you will focus on is an important first step in setting up a routine. Our willpower is limited, so it is essential to choose only 1 or 2 things to focus on at a time. We recommend starting small and choosing habits that will impact your daily life, for example, getting up earlier and starting to exercise. Once you can easily maintain these types of habits, it's time to add 1 or 2 more. Ideally, these should be things that will make it easier for you to succeed in the future. For example, finding ways to save money by shopping at less expensive stores instead of expensive ones, or putting your phone away while you work instead of listening to music on Spotify or Pandora. Step number 3. Schedule it. Creating an hour each day to focus on your goals isn't enough. You need to make sure that you follow through. One way to ensure that you won't skip these sessions is by scheduling them in your calendar. Mark down when you'll be working and have it appear on your schedule at least 1 week in advance so that it's easier for you to commit, as well as other people who might need to work around it. If writing is part of your goal-building routine, then set aside time every day for writing. It doesn't matter if you write for 30 minutes or 3 hours, just keep doing it until it becomes a habit. Don't allow yourself to break from your daily session unless absolutely necessary. And don't forget to block out time for breaks. Make sure you get up from your desk at least once per hour and move around, even if only briefly. This will help reduce stress, improve blood flow, and boost energy levels. It will also help prevent carpal tunnel syndrome, which can happen if you sit too long without taking breaks, and other health issues associated with sedentary lifestyles. Step number 4. Track it. To make building success routine, we need to track our progress. To set up our tracking process, we need 3 things: goals, a target date, and rewards. This step may seem complex, but you simply need to ask yourself some questions. How do you want to feel when you reach your goal? How will you know when you have reached it? What will be your reward for achieving it? Make sure that each goal has its own target date and reward. These goals must be realistic, because if they are not, there is no point in setting them as goals. Once you have determined all of these goals, start writing them down on paper or in an app such as Evernote or Google Keep so that you can easily track them throughout the day. For us to achieve our goals, we need to make sure we are doing what needs to be done each day to reach those goals on time. It's important to keep your routine as simple as possible, because if it's too complex, there's no way you can remember it. So pick 1 or 2 things from your list of goals and turn them into habits so that they become part of your daily routine. Once you've done that, start tracking the number of consecutive days you're able to accomplish those tasks, and when you reach 7 days, add another task from your list and continue until all of your tasks are accomplished daily. This will help make the routine of building success much easier, because once these tasks become part of your daily routine, they will eventually become second nature, which means you will think about them less, allowing you to focus on other things. Step number 5, 1 habit at a time. You need to focus on one habit until your goal is achieved. Making lasting changes to your daily routine can be intimidating, but by breaking them down into manageable parts and taking small steps forward, you'll find that it is not so difficult. For example, if you want to begin waking up early every day to spend more time with your family, something we think most successful people do, start by setting your alarm clock 15 minutes earlier than usual. After a few days of consistently rising at that time, move it ahead another 5 minutes. Repeat until you find yourself getting up 45 minutes earlier than before. Make sure to keep increasing your wake-up time by no more than 15 minutes per week until you arrive at an hour. Once you reach this point, be sure to maintain your new schedule for a month or two. If all goes well, consider making it permanent. When trying to make changes like this and others, it's helpful to set specific goals for yourself. For example, if your goal is perhaps to get up 30 minutes earlier than usual each morning for a month, when you've reached that goal, congratulate yourself and decide if you want to continue getting up 15 minutes earlier each morning. If so, go for it. If not, take some time off and enjoy life as it is for a while. Make sure your goals are realistic and don't try to do too much. It will only lead to frustration and failure. Step number 6, reward yourself. To make building success a routine, it's important to reward yourself when you achieve small goals along the way to your final destination. Write down these small victories and celebrate them when you reach them, whether you feel like you earned them or not. This will help you stay motivated as you continue to work toward your big goal. For example, if your goal is to save $10,000 in 10 months and saving $1,000 a month is a milestone worth celebrating, give yourself a gift once you reach that milestone. This will help reinforce the idea that small successes along the way are worth celebrating and will motivate you to stick with your plan even in times when you might be tempted to give up. After all, progress is progress. Celebrating your accomplishments, no matter how big or small, helps you build momentum and create positive thinking around achieving your future goals. It also makes life more fun. So, take time each week to appreciate what you've done right and enjoy those little victories along the way. You deserve it. This brings us directly to the next step. Step number 7, don't give up. The hardest part about making success building routines is simply believing in yourself enough to even try it. If you get stuck, don't give up. Instead, make small changes that can help build momentum and start you on your way to big results. It may seem like nothing is working at first, but if you stick with it long enough, eventually success will come around. Remember, one day in the future, you will look back and be glad that you didn't give up when things got tough, because giving up would have kept you from reaching your goals and changing your life for good. No matter what type of routine you're trying to create, never gives up too soon. Usually, it takes time for new habits to become normal, so consider breaking large tasks into smaller parts and remind yourself that every step forward brings you closer to ultimate success. For example, exercise goals are generally easier if broken down into smaller steps, such as 10-minute workout 3 times per week instead of 60 minutes once per week. Even once you achieve these small milestones successfully, however, don't forget why you started them in the first place. Do not allow yourself any exceptions until they are no longer challenges anymore, but rather just who you are. Step number 8, change your environment. We are what we eat. A similar statement can be said about habits. If you change your environment, you can change your habits. You've probably heard at least one person say they quit smoking by going out of state or into cold turkey, but quitting isn't so easy for everyone. If you want to make real changes in your life and stick with them, don't put yourself in environments that may cause you to revert back to bad habits. Instead, surround yourself with positive influences who will keep you on track and out of environments that can trip up your success efforts. Make eating healthy and staying active part of your routine by changing where and how those activities happen. For example, go for walks during lunch instead of sitting in front of your computer. Or go grocery shopping after work instead of before. The point is to get moving and create new routines that support your goals. Before long, these new behaviors will become second nature and you'll have created an automatic way to build success over time. So folks, this is the end of the video. Let us know in the comments if you want us to make more videos like this. Don't forget to like and share this video if you like it. See you in the next video.